For one peaceful moment, the kingdom stood silent. High above the capital, Aelar stood on the castle rooftop, watching the sunrise paint the sky in shades of gold. Yet beneath that beautiful dawn, the kingdom was still wounded. Homes had been destroyed, families had been separated, fear had ruled these lands for far too long. Aelar slowly closed his eyes. This ends today. Behind him, gentle footsteps echoed across the stone rooftop. King Orion approached quietly. For a long moment, neither father nor son spoke. They simply looked over the kingdom together. Finally, Orion smiled. You've grown into the man your mother always believed you would become. Aelar lowered his head. I wish she could have seen this day. Orion placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. She already has. The greatest kings are never remembered for the battles they win. They are remembered for the people they protect. Aelar nodded. I won't fight for revenge. I'll fight for our people. Suddenly, a deafening explosion shook the entire castle. The peaceful morning disappeared. Flames erupted from the outer walls. Smoke filled the sky. The enemy had attacked first. Malric had been waiting. Across the battlefield, thousands of soldiers surrounded the capital. Catapults launched burning stones toward the castle. War horns echoed across the valley. The final battle had begun. Inside the castle, panic spread everywhere. Families ran through the halls. Soldiers rushed to defend the gates. Without hesitation, Lyra began guiding women and children toward hidden passages beneath the castle. Cedric led Orion and Aelar toward an ancient tunnel known only to the royal family. As the stone doorway opened, the four disappeared beneath the castle. Deep underground, the tunnel stretched endlessly beneath the kingdom. Ancient crystals lit the path with soft blue light, but peace lasted only moments. The tunnel exit was already surrounded. Malric had predicted their escape. Enemy scouts attacked without warning. Steel clashed beneath the ancient trees. Aelar fought fiercely to protect those beside him. Yet more soldiers continued arriving. Cedric looked toward the prince. I'll hold them. Aelar refused. We fight together. Cedric smiled proudly. A king must survive. A soldier already knows his duty. Before anyone could argue, Cedric charged alone into the enemy ranks. His sword flashed through the forest. One knight against dozens. The others had no choice but to continue. As Aelar looked back, he watched the loyal knight disappear beneath the chaos of battle. The journey ended atop a rocky cliff overlooking the capital. Below, the kingdom burned. Aelar looked toward the city, then quietly began walking, not toward safety, toward his people. He entered the capital without an army, without fear. The frightened citizens stopped to watch. Then, a little girl recognized him. The prince, soon an old merchant, stepped beside him. Then another villager, then another. The blacksmith arrived carrying freshly forged swords. Farmers came holding wooden shields. Hunters brought their bows. The people Aelar had once helped returned to stand beside him, not because he wore a royal bloodline, because he had already earned their trust. Even the royal guards hesitated. One by one, they lowered their swords. Their captain removed Malric's banner from his armor, dropped it to the ground, and knelt before Aelar. Soon, hundreds followed. The kingdom had made its choice. Inside the palace, Malric watched through the shattered windows. His own people had abandoned him. Blinded by rage, he drew an ancient forbidden blade hidden beneath the throne. Dark power spread throughout the hall. The marble floor cracked. Black shadows swallowed the room. Aelar entered alone. Silence filled the throne room. Uncle and nephew faced each other. Neither moved. Then the first strike came. Steel collided with thunderous force. The duel echoed through every corner of the palace. Neither warrior gave ground. Every clash shook the throne room. Cedric battled Malric's commander near the entrance. Lyra defended Orion against attacking soldiers. The kingdom itself fought for its future. But Malric remained relentless. With one devastating strike, Aelar's sword flew across the hall. The prince fell to one knee. Malric smiled. So this is the king they chose? He raised his blade. Consumed by hatred, Malric attacked Orion. But another blade stopped him. Aelar stood once more, protecting his father. Strength returned to his heart, not through anger, not through revenge, but through love, for his family, for his village, for every innocent life waiting outside these walls. The duel reached its final moments. Aelar's strikes became calm, precise, focused, then one final swing. Malric's sword flew from his hand. The throne room fell silent. The false king collapsed. Defeated, Aelar stood over him. Sword raised, the people watched, waiting justice or revenge. After a long silence, Aelar lowered his blade. "I will not become the man you chose to be. Take him away." Royal guards stepped forward. The same dungeon that had imprisoned Orion now welcomed its new prisoner. Justice had finally returned. Weeks passed. The kingdom slowly healed. Homes were rebuilt. Markets filled with laughter once more. Children played freely through the streets. Hope had returned. Soon, the great throne hall welcomed thousands of citizens. Orion stepped forward carrying the ancient royal crown. He looked proudly at his son, then gently placed the crown upon Aelar's head. The kingdom no longer needs an old king. It needs a better one. Thunderous applause filled the hall. The people knelt. Their true king had returned. Lyra stepped forward, preparing to kneel, but Aelar gently stopped her. He smiled. "I don't need someone to stand beneath me. I need someone to stand beside me." He offered his hand. Lyra smiled through tears and accepted. Together they stood before the kingdom, not as prince and princess, but as the future of the realm. As the sun set beyond the crystal castle, peace finally returned to the land. The same kingdom once ruled by fear would now be ruled by hope.